Yo, what up, what up? $133 on the day. $133 on the day. We took one loss, so it could have been $143, almost $150 on the day. That would have hit really nice, but it's unfortunate. We couldn't. Um, Roblox failed. Told you, small loss I would have taken on this, and I took a small loss of $9. It did not affect me that much. Small shares. Roblox still could run, but it's really just not doing anything right now, and it's not going. So I'm out of it. I'll look for a re-entry later. But $9 lost on Roblox. NIO, we took three contracts. Oh shit, my camera's took three contracts on, we took partials on NIO. NIO ripped. I'll show you that later. Almost $120 NIO. RR also ripped a little bit. We took one more partial there, and we're riding our runner. So let's get into today. I took one new trade. I'll show you that, and I'll show you how my other positions that I'm holding and swinging are doing. So EOSE, I have about two contracts left in this. Yesterday I said we're consolidating at the top of this range on the hourly chart. If we can break above 850, we can go to 9. We did not break above 850. We broke below that consolidation, went lower. Like I said, if we broke a key level, we could go lower. If we broke a key low higher, we could go higher. Simple as that, right? We know our supports and resistances. We can see here's our resistance, here's our support. We broke support this morning. We went to our next support. We're consolidating a little bit more. We break above that resistance. Now we're back in a new range, right? So if we can consolidate a little bit in this range, maybe tomorrow, let's say what happened towards the end of the day. It looks like what we did after we went above it was we just consolidated. So we could look for in the morning, more consolidation and then a move in the after lunch. So this EOS position, I'm still holding. I'm still swinging. It's looking good. Again, I'm gonna get out fully if it breaks below this blue line. That's why I have an alert here. But currently, I'm looking to just constantly ride this higher. I have two more contracts in this. This could go amazing, great. EOSE, that's simple. NIO, another one I was holding, absolutely ripped today. I love to see it. Love to see it. Yesterday we rejected at this high, this previous high here. We rejected out that yesterday, went all the way down, consolidated at the bottom. You can see that on the hourly chart. This morning, we kind of had an indecisive hourly candle. Once we broke above that indecisive hourly candle, buyers knew the direction they wanted to go. They decided they wanted to go higher. We went all the way to 708. I took about three partials on the way up. Took one partial right here, one partial right here, and then the last partial at the highs. I have about three more um, contracts in NIO. My plan is to ride them and take partials all the way up to about 7.8 and 8. So I'm going to constantly continue to ride NIO. This will look good. RR was also holding this from yesterday. RR, I wasn't really it wasn't my favorite, but it definitely could run. Yesterday on the other chart, we chugged a little bit. We had a little pullback to the 10 EMA, and we consolidated for a bit. Looks like we chugged a little higher. Once we hit these new highs up at 4.26, I took one partial. Now I have one contract left, which is my runner. I will let this runner run for as long as possible until we hit probably the 21 hourly MA. Once we hit the 21 hourly MA, I'm probably going to get out of this position. That's going to be my trailing stop. So yeah. Pony, pause, kind of weird ass stock, but Pony and AI stock. We broke out yesterday. I told you I wanted to look for an entry on this today. But yesterday I told you I wish I got an entry down here. I couldn't get that entry. You could see, let me just show you in the long position. If I took an entry out of my breakout at stops at lows of days, I could have been up. I could have caught this whole 10% move, but I wasn't. And that's unfortunate. I look for a re-entry right here. It was at a pullback. Like it was a pretty like good entry, but the thing is these contracts are moving really shitty. So like unfortunately that's just how it works. But these are Friday expiration contracts, so if they end up not working, they're pretty volatile. I have very low risk. I only have $100 in this trade, super low risk. If this goes, I'll make a little bit. If this loses, I lose a little bit. Super low, high risk trade, so I'm going to take lower risk, I guess, if that makes sense. But yeah, so looks like we're currently rejecting at this support and resistance level that I marked out. If we can get above this support and resistance level, we can rip. How far can we rip, Andre? Well, let me show you. However many days it takes to rip, I don't know. But I will ride this. If it goes up to fucking 20 in the next 3 days, I'm going to hit that 20 in the next 3 days, right? But if it doesn't, it doesn't. I will take partials right here, or I'll take full at 18.41. You know, I'm going to ride this as long as possible, but I only have 3 days for it. So, Pony, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow we have FOMC, so it's going to be a pretty hectic day. I'm expecting a pullback in the markets, and I'll tell you why in a second. Tesla, again, I'm not in Tesla, but I just want to show you how beautiful this trade, and I want to stress this enough, how long I was waiting for it, how much money you could have printed off of it, and everything. So, again, Tesla, just a beautiful trade. I just want to keep going over that. NVIDIA is a big thing I'm looking at tomorrow. If we can stay above this 50 daily MA, if we can stay above the 50 hourly MA, and we can keep squeezing, and we can get a good breakout, this will look good. Like, this will look freaking good. You can see my breakout level right here. We're getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Once we can see that break, I'm going to take NVIDIA. Intel looks like it's chugging higher. What did I tell you guys? If you are watching these videos, you are making money. I told you about Intel. You could have played this with options, or you could have played this with shares. It is $25 to buy Intel, right? I told you to buy right here at 24.83. We're already up 40 cents. So that's really good in one day. That's really good. If we can break above this 25.6, I can see Intel move a lot. Let me show you. If Intel can break above the 25.6, we can see Intel almost double your investment and go to about 32. So it'll be amazing. So again, if this breaks, it breaks, and we'll see what happens. As for that, those are all the trades. Let me just go through the overall stock market since I have 2 more minutes of your time. Tomorrow, FOMC, I'm expecting a pullback. We gapped up earlier in the market. We gapped up early in the morning, and then we pulled back to fill the gap, and we kind of just consolidated the rest of the day. You can kind of see this was opening. We opened right here. We filled the gap, and then we just consolidated the rest of the day. Why did this happen? Well, again, FOMC is tomorrow. All buyers and sellers are kind of just waiting around, not really wanting to play anything, and kind of just waiting for what happens tomorrow. So if we get rate cuts or whatever happens, then that will change how the market reacts. But I think either way, whether the news is good or bad, we're still going to get a pullback. And that pullback would be probably to 583 or 5. Well, I have my levels here. Yeah, 583 or 654. So that's where the pullback can bring us to. And if that is it, then we're probably going to have a little bit of a rough day tomorrow. As for our current stocks, unless our current stocks have relative strength, NIO today had relative strength. Again, what did I tell you in the other video? The stock market was going down. The stock market was down 0.8%, 0.4, 0.2%, let's say, right? NIO was up 8%, right? You can say the rest of my stock watch list was kind of just chilling, right? Was chilling. So this NIO has relative strength. That's why I really like this. This was up almost 150% today, and I think 170%. I think it went to 170%. This shit could run, especially with this relative strength. That's that. Again, $130 on the day. Besides Roblox, could have been $140. Blah blah blah. I want to show you guys real quick my investments. These are the investments I'm holding as of current. I know you guys might not care about it. XLK, VYMI, VTI, the Schwab US dividend, OA Main, Coca-Cola I actually got rid of for obvious reasons. Johnson & Johnson, BND, ARDT. This one is kind of like a penny stock play. I'm looking for a big return on this. We can see from my technical levels, I'm just seeing for this to continue going. This blue line is when I entered. We're down about $4. This is a recent stock. It's in health services. Our quarter earnings right here, 1, 2, we just beat them like crazy. Other things, technicals are neutral. Analyst ratings are a strong buy. 1-year price target of almost 50%. So again, my bias and my review of this is really good. Next one is NXT. We just broke out of a weekly and monthly box. We can see this run, NXT. We just want to keep, the momentum going on this. MU, we already had our break. Beautiful at this blue line. We had our break. I'm looking for this to just continue. Once we break it below the 10-day moving average, then I will take out my profits. But I'm already up like 20%. So those are my investments if you do care about them. Also, another one that I know my mentor added was BMNR. I'm not adding this because I have enough, positions, but my mentor, he added BMNR. So, yeah. So, anyways, that's the investments. That's my stocks. What I'm watching tomorrow is big one is the NVIDIA. If I see other ones in the morning, I'll probably, look at them as well. The ones I'm holding overnight is EOSE, NIO, RR, and Pony. And it took a loss on Roblox for a small $9 loss. Anyways, besides that, Intel's playing nicely. NVIDIA, I'm looking for that. Tesla's consolidating. Still could look good for higher. 12-minute video. I love this. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.